Hey guys, welcome back to the JMK Garage. My apologies, it's been quite a few months now since I've shared any good videos, and certainly been longer since I've done any garage builds and properly documented anything like that. So my apologies, I've been busy, not so much in the garage on vehicles and that, but some cabinetry work in the house, spending time with the family, holidays, work, all kinds of stuff that just gets in the way of getting stuff done that I've wanted to. The plan was, as I mentioned in previous videos, was to get this dyno built up, cams, big bore kit and all that. I still do plan to do that, but since putting this up on the lift here 2-3 months ago, I haven't even touched it other than putting Christmas lights on, taking them off and wiping the sawdust down off of it. So still want to get to that, but I need to source some parts and budget to spend the money. Not that it should be an expensive build, but the pistons, gaskets, the boring, all that, probably gonna come to about $2,000 or so. So nothing crazy. I've spent a lot more on this bike already, but it's still money that I need to save up for. Around the same time as I finished riding this, when the riding season came to an end, I picked up a 2002 or 4 or something like that Honda 50. You can see back there, it's not the first one. Got quite a few bikes, one for each kid. And I bought that either to give to our youngest son. He just turned 1 last November, and that's around the time I bought that. I figured it gives me 2 years to build. But around the same time, I also did the Moto Meetup pit bike race with my daughter's XR50 back there, which, you know, it's slow. It's not built up, and everyone else was on built up 50s or 110s. I did okay, made it to the finals with that little thing, but it just doesn't have the power. So same time I bought that, over there, I picked up a big bore kit for that, sitting back there. The bigger piston, jug, it's got a hot cam, carb, all that. Bolt into there, and should be a lot more power. Got new plastics and all that, so gonna put a bit of work into that. That's what this video is about, building up that Honda 50 and get it ready so when the next pit bike race comes next spring, hopefully I can compete in that, you know, just for fun. But maybe give that to the wife, or use that for the wife to chase the others around on the track instead of trying to ride her CR80, which she's completely given up on. She can ride the Husqvarna over there, but at least on that, she can follow the kids around. I can also ride around the neighborhood with the kids. Be a fun little bike, so let's get to it. Strip it down. Should take a matter of half an hour to have it down in, you know, all the pieces. Put on the stand that I have up there someplace on the shelf from the 6950. Bolts onto the kickstand plate underneath the motor, and strip down that motor, get it all sandblasted up in the cabinet right here, put that big bore kit together, get the frame of that probably sandblasted and powder coated, and get it looking to be a decent little bike, have some fun with. So stay tuned, let's get to it. So there it is over there. Doesn't look too bad, but I've cleaned it up. It was in rough shape. Still is in rough shape. It's a 2002. I think someone rode into a house or something, the guy said, and bent the stock fork. So it's got some aftermarket forks on there, and they're longer, so I need to either shorten them up or put a taller shock in the rear. You know, it's a little rusty here and there, but nothing that's damaged or too beat up. It was missing the front bolt and missing some of the brakes, so I got those taken care of so I can ride it. I've had it out to the family dirt bike track out in the farm, and I've been riding around outside in the snow a bit. I thought about putting some picks in the tires, studs, just to have fun on the ice, but I'm kind of sick of winter right now, and I like to just start building this thing. That way it's done, and then I can start in this thing. I think part of the reason for dragging my feet on this is the bike, it runs so great. It looks good, so I'm, you know, really hesitant to tear this apart when it's already a good running bike. But I have the cams. The cams need high compression and 95 kit to work as good as they should, so I like to get that done. And this is the first year of having this that I haven't rode it at all in the winter. And I'm kind of missing it, but it is what it is. Got into some trouble with riding around the local trails, so Probably just keep it parked until springtime. Take it out to the motocross track or the trails once the weather's warm. But let's get to this. Start tearing it down and get it built up. Alright, so a few interruptions there with work calls, dealing with customers, but in total we'll have about 30 minutes at most in there of stripping the bike down. That's the thing I like with these bikes, is they're very simple. You know, half an hour and you can completely tear the bike down. A few more hours and you have the engine completely disassembled, cleaned up, and going together again. So I'm calling it for today. We're going to take the kids out skating for the first time of the season. And throughout the week, we'll get clean these parts up. Framing that won't fit to my blast cabinet over there. So we'll see if my dad can do that, or just take out to my guy, Glenn's powder coating. Have him blast that, powder coat it. Same with the swing arm. And probably the foot peg kickstand down there. The other parts there, engine casings and that, we just run through the blast cabinet with the glass bead. And same with the hardware and that, run through the blast cabinet. If I need to polish anything, I'll put the vibratory tumbler right there, get them shined up. Wheels, probably going to take those tires off. Those are just some cheap Cheng Chin tires, brand new, but just cheap ones. So I think I'm going to put some street type of tires on for a scooter or something. That way I get some better traction for the flat track circle race on the asphalt. And then obviously put those ones back on, or some better Dunlop or Michelin's for in the dirt. Anyways, gotta run the parts there through the parts cleaner. Get some Varsol through them, clean them all up. And blast cabinet, and then start reassembling. So probably a few weeks here. The most time-consuming thing, not really time-consuming, but the part that would take the longest is the frame, sending that away for blasting and powder coating. I'm tempted just to spray it myself. I'm not going for a show build or nothing. So, but again, I'll need to get someone to blast them because it won't fit in the blast cabinet over there. So, keep to it, and a few weeks here, should have them all cleaned up, painted, back together. And family and I are going down to Daytona Beach and then Fort Myers in Florida for March break. And that's exactly, or 1 day short of a month away. So less than 4 weeks. Probably wait and start this thing as soon as we get back. Hoping that while we're down there we can find some heads, rather than send those heads out to be worked on. Really not having high hopes, but just it is bike week down there while we're going. So hoping to find some vendors with some parts that I can use on this bike. So guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you sticking through to the end of the video here. And part 2, we'll be putting it all back together, getting the bike running again. Hopefully have that out in a few weeks, as I mentioned earlier. So thanks for watching, appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Drop a comment, like, whatever. Anything to help build the channel. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys.